do not go and make more and more products, right? We say don't throw spaghetti at the wall. It's not about making new products. It's about leaning into the products that are already selling, right? Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we're dedicated to helping product-based business owners turn into revenue-generating, successful, happy product bosses. I'm Jacqueline Snyder.
And I'm Mina Kunlo-Sitep. Together through digital courses, coaching, and masterminds, we've helped over 50,000 students from startup to multi-million-dollar businesses scale their sales while blending in their dream life.
It gets lonely out there in the product business world. We fully believe a business shouldn't be built alone. There's room at the top for all of us.
So let's get scrappy and creative together, Product Boss, to be profitable, make more sales, and grow your visibility.
Are you ready? Let's dive in. Hey there, Product Boss. Are you squeezing in those last days of summer? This is the perfect time to get outside, soak up some amazing sunshine, and spend some quality time with our kids, our friends, family, and pets before the hustle and bustle of fall. Now, you may agree that summer is such a unique season. It gives us, particularly those who own product-based businesses, the chance to slow down a bit before the holiday season rush. And we definitely want you, as a product boss, to fully utilize the slower pace. Remember, we say work on your business versus in it at these times. And it's not only about squeezing in those last summer days to enjoy the summer, but also preparing for what might be your busiest season yet when the fall comes around. Now, that's exactly why we're excited about HubSpot's AI-powered tools. These tools have the potential to help you work smarter and not harder. They can streamline your entire business operations from research and strategy to content creation and optimization. Okay, so just think about it, right? Recent research indicates that those who use AI, particularly business owners, have managed to cut the time spent on admin tasks by half. Okay, listen. So from 5 hours to just 2.5 hours a day. That's simply incredible. Just imagine what you could do with an extra 2.5 hours per day. Now, with this substantial time savings, you can be squeezing in one final summer getaway or gearing up for the holiday season and having one less thing to worry about when you're running your business. So, Product Boss, learn more and get started today at HubSpot.com. Hey, Product Boss. Before we jump into the show, I just wanted to let you know that we see you. We see those fantastic products that you've poured your heart into, that you're set to sell, ready to shine, but there's just one problem. Not enough people know that you're out there. They don't know that your business exists. And it's a common challenge, but one that you don't have to face alone. We are here to help. So, introducing the totally free 3-day Get More Eyes on Your Business Bootcamp. In just 3 days, we'll deep dive into strategies to ensure that you find and get in front of your ideal customers, just in time for the busiest shopping season of the year. Now, this holiday season, don't just hope to be discovered. Equip yourself with proven steps to guarantee that when the holiday buzz kicks in, shoppers don't just stumble upon you, they actively seek you out. You've done the hard work creating those amazing products. Now let's make sure everyone knows where to find them. So, are you ready to get more eyes on your business and boost those holiday sales? Then don't wait. Get registered for free today at theproductboss.com/moreeyes, or you can DM us on Instagram the word eyes and we'll get you all signed up. Of course, all the information is in the show notes. Now remember, your customers are out there. Let's make sure they actually find you. We're here to help you, Product Boss. I hope to see you inside. Hey friends, it's Jacqueline and Mina, and we are back because we love to help you all figure out ways to get more eyes on your business, right? More customers to know that you exist. We want to help you improve your systems to keep more money in your pocket. And we want to help you double your revenue and make more sales. And we do that by helping you discover what new streams you can add on for more revenue.
Yeah, I love this episode because this is something that everybody's like, how do I make more money? I know, I'll create more products. And it's like,
I want to do a big,
like, wah, wah. No.
Yeah. Because the thing is like, and we're like, well, how much money is that costing you? Right. When everyone thinks about making more products, they forget about how much it costs them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because every new product that you add, and let's say, because we all think that, oh, I'll just develop new products. But the thing is that it called research and development, product development, design development, all of it takes time. It takes money. It takes research and mistakes, and I think a lot of times we think, oh, more money, more product equals more money, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that is really the thing that I want everybody to understand, is that it actually does the opposite effect.
Yeah, because every time you do, like if you were at a bigger company, you would have to work really hard to convince whoever it was about why you were going to take that certain amount of money and put it towards product development, right? All the stuff for research, for product development, for design, for production. And so you all don't realize that because you get really creative and you're like, oh, there's a Hobby Lobby, there's a Michael's, there's a Joann's, there's a new idea that popped in my head, and I'm going to make something new because I'm bored. Or because these other things aren't selling. So I had a new idea for something else that's going to sell.
New raw materials even.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah. That you to go and
new
buy
processes.
Things. Yeah. More photos, the time to put listings up, like all the things. How are you going to present them? Are they like hair clips that need to go on new cards? Like what's happening? Right. So I think the first part is whenever you think, oh, if I made more products, they'd buy more. So one, I want you to first just think about, oh, it's going to actually cost me a lot of money. So it's actually just going to drain whatever profits I had or dig into my bank account. But then the next part is that it's not about creating new products. It's actually selling more of what's already working, like what's selling, which we talk about as like your bestseller.
Right. And I think that sometimes we get in our heads that I have to offer everything to everybody. And it's like, oh, we're not telling you you can only offer one product forever, right? It's just that the focus is on what's selling the best.
Yeah. And so, whether you're niching down, whether you want to be known for something where you're like, I'm going to be known for adult size blankets or baby blankets. I'm going to be known for, the softest long sleeve pajama sets. I'm going to be known for greeting cards. I'm going to be known for stickers. Like, what are you known for, or what are people buying more from you of? And then how do you make more money without creating new products? You sell more of what's already selling. You sell more of it. You can bundle it and raise your average order value, right? Like people are paying you more because they're getting a bundle versus a single, or you get that bestseller and you get it on another platform, which means now, it's proven to sell in one place. Where else can you sell it that you're like, well, we know the product works. Let's test out the new place to sell.
Yeah. I mean, we always tell the story about Juicy Couture and the jumpsuits. Is that what they're called?
They're tracksuits.
Tracksuits. I knew it wasn't quite right. So the tracksuits, right? And it's like they sold every variation, every color, every, iteration of that product, but it was not a new product every time. It was, let's figure out how to sell more tracksuits. And that can sound like, oh, but shouldn't I do, more products? Like, oh, shouldn't I do, I don't know, a full clothing line that's outside of tracksuits? But the thing is that when that happens is usually in the expansion stage of bigger businesses.
Right.
And that's far, far down the track of you're in the multi-millions,
Hey friend, I'm just going to interrupt this episode really quickly because it's podcast recommendation time. Okay, so this month we are really enjoying the Hustle Daily Show. It's hosted by Zachary Crockett, Jacob Cohen, Robert Litters, and Julie Bennett, which is brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. The Hustle Daily Show brings you a daily dose of offbeat and informative takes on the most recent interesting business and tech stories. One of my favorite things about the show is how on top of the stories they are, because they make sure that their episodes are always released and relevant to what's currently happening in the world. So one of their most recent episodes is all about the writer's strike, which is happening in Hollywood. And it's actually affecting my family because if you don't know it, my husband is an actor and now his union as the actors are striking and the writer's strike. And they're really talking about what AI has to do with those strikes. And let me tell you, it is so informative because as business owners, I think it's so crucial for us to understand what's happening in the world outside of our own market to see how it can play into our businesses as well. Because while AI is amazing, there are a lot of cons for writers and actors. And this episode is really interesting and they dig in and they'll give you their take on it. So I can't wait for you to dive into that episode. Listen to The Hustle Daily Show wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, Product Boss, you probably heard the exciting news in the very beginning of the show where we're introducing our totally free 3-day Get More Eyes on Your Business Bootcamp, where in 3 days, we'll dive deep into strategies that are going to help you find and get in front of your ideal customers just in time for the busiest shopping season of the year. Now, if you haven't done that yet, why don't you go ahead and pause the podcast? Now you can click the links in the show notes or head to theproductboss.com/moreeyes, or just send us a DM over on Instagram at theproductboss and just send us the word eyes and we'll get you all signed up. Now, pause, go ahead and get registered because it's totally free and it's going to be a total game changer. And then come back and listen to the rest of the show. So they say like a penny saved is a penny earned. So consider this your first step is that penny saved, right? So the first step is please listen when we say, do not go and make more and more products, right? We say don't throw spaghetti at the wall. It's not about making new products. It's about leaning into the products that are already selling, right? So you're saving money. So they're right there. However much of, look around, everyone take a moment, look around your studio or the place that you're in and count. Look at the walls, look at your buckets and your containers and all the things. Say, how many raw goods are sitting in this space right now, right? Like how much money have I invested in inventory that is like, oh my gosh, that's $30,000 I probably spent on all this, or like tens of thousands of dollars. And it's just sitting there on the shelves waiting to be sold, but it's not the thing that people want to buy. So that penny saved, right, is the thing that you're going to start with. The next part is you're going to sell more of what they already want. And we've talked about this. You're going to get on another platform. You can sell more at once to people. And then, a next level, higher level strategy eventually would be coming out with variations of your bestsellers. So variations are like, if you sell socks really well, you keep selling socks. And you like do different colors of socks, different packs of socks, like whatever it is, but you're not going to be like, oh, I sell really well at women's socks and I'm going to come out with men's socks, because now you're changing your key avatar. Like you're going to sell more of the variation to women, for example.
I always like to give the example of Rothy's because I think lots of people wear Rothy's. But
their shoes.
Yeah, their shoes. And they used to have only their Mary Janes, the pointy toe Mary Janes. And people look at them now and they see the tote bags. They see different
all shoe shapes.
Yeah, all shoe shapes. They see sneakers now even. And and they think, I need to come out with, let's say I'm coming out with a shoe brand. I need to come out with all of those. But Rothy's also started with just one. It was the black Mary Jane pointed toe.
Yeah.
Right? And then they had known for that.
And they had neutrals. I remember this. Like they had neutrals. So they had like a navy pair of shoes, like a black stripe on the back or a red stripe on the back, right? So they did a lot of neutrals. And then when they started catching on for being known, people would look and be like, oh, are those Rothy's? Sorry, Kimberly, if you're listening. But like, are those Rothy's? Like they would point them out. They'd be like, oh, I know those shoes. And then when they started to take off in like the neutral colors, which were easier to sell, then maybe they were coming out with like pink or red, or they did really well with leopard print. I think that print did really well. And then they were able to take more chances on the print, which are variations of the bestseller. And they could take chances, and they got to play with what people wanted. Years later, right? It was like years later, did they come out with like a different shape of a shoe? Not bags yet. Different shapes of shoes, or did they add bows at some point, or like
they did, but those are just accessories, right?
Yeah, but they were variations of shoes.
Yeah,
they didn't get into other categories, and they added colors. Like that was their variation.
Yeah, and then it was like they had the processes down. Their promise was, comfortable shoes made out of plastic bottles, essentially.
Recycled water bottles.
Yeah, recycled water bottles. So when we're thinking about how do we sell more? How do we make more money without creating new products? You do it by really getting to be, your goal is to be the best at what you do.
Yeah.
And that will make you stand out, whether it be best customer service, best, it's much more than the product a lot of times, but it could be the product. It's overall brand, right? And then instead of trying to add more, and then it ultimately dilutes your brand at the beginning if you get it too confusing.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to say here is like you can make more money without making more products and we're making new products because they weren't like, you know what's doing really well? These shoes are doing really well. Let's make them matching handbags to go with it.
Yeah.
That would have been the thing that killed them because they would have spent the money on development, the money on production, money on products that aren't like proven to sell because someone who wants shoes may not actually want the bag.
Right.
So they went through, they established a name for themselves. They were known for these shoes. They put themselves on the map for like recycled water bottles. And when you looked at the shoe, you knew the shoe. And then they were like, once you knew it, they were able to come up with other shapes of shoes. And then years later, bags came out. Mm-hmm. And I still don't think bags are their, like bags are probably not their bestseller. It was like a nice to have than a, like an expansion point.
Yeah.
Than a like, if they got rid of their shoes, their business would probably fail.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
100%. And who knows if they're going to keep those bags.
Yeah.
But they'll never get rid of the shoes.
Hey, Rothy's, call us if you're listening. You want to be on the show. No. So yeah. So that's the thing that we want you to think about is like that you can make more money without creating new products.
I think, when people ask us like what we see the most successful business owners that we work with, what they're doing self-discipline.
Yeah.
It's very hard as a creative. And a lot of times we get caught up in that thought that I'm a creative, so I must make the things. And Jacqueline will straight up tell you, get a hobby then. Yeah. But when it comes to creating a business and making money, the way that you do that is through focus. And I think for all of you, don't fall into that trap of thinking that more products equals more money, because it does not.
Yeah.
More focus equals more money. That's for darn sure.
And more products is going to cost you more money. So just think, do you want to be like a collector of things, or do you want to be somebody who gets raw goods or gets stuff, turns it into sellable product, sells the product, and you're a collector of cash in the bank?
Yeah.
Right? And I think I would pick the second option all day, every day.
All day, every day. And then I'll get a hobby for a daughter.
All right. See you on the next show, my friends.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode, and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us.